Rage, insane difficulty walkthrough for wikigameguides.com.
Where those bandits live and wipe them out, plain and simple. No one walks out alive, except you. You can use one of my ATVs in the garage, and that pistol, and the supplies on the table.
Okay, so this is basically our first main quest of the game. I'm just gonna walk away from this guy because what he has to say isn't really important. Characters love to talk a lot in this game, which I don't have anything against, but in terms of doing a guide, I'm guessing that you're already playing this and you don't really care what they have to say, so a lot of times I will skip it, but just buy the full game and support the developers. So basically, get on that mongoose. Sorry, I haven't played too much Halo, not mongoose, the four-wheeler, and you can see the dots on the minimap that will tell you where you need to go. And this minimap doesn't lie very often. If it says go some way, like if it's pointing somewhere, and you think that it's like on a road or something, but it's pointing somewhere else, then go to where it's pointing, because it does not like lie to you. I don't know how to describe it. So I skipped that loading screen. Here we are in the Bandit hideout. And yes, looting is a very big part of this game. You're gonna want to loot as much as possible because you're gonna need as much money as possible, especially for nightmare difficulty. You're gonna want a lot of ammo and bandages with you. So as you can see, we have already encountered some of our first enemies, and that guy who was on the top of that whatever that was, that balcony up there, he has a gun, so he did not come charging at me, but there was another guy who had a machete and he came charging at me. So be aware that not everyone is a melee weapon person. Look around a lot. You can find a lot of very useful items lying around. And I'm not really showing it here, but I'll show you later on in the guide. Saving is one of the most important things for higher difficulties. You can save basically just like in Fallout. You can save whenever you want. So make a bunch of saves. Every time you progress somewhere, save. You know, I will do it a lot in the future. But for right now, this is pretty easy, so I'm not really going to do that much.
Well, look at what Hagar said to us. How dare you think you can walk into our house? Take him to the kill room. Ah, you're awake. Good. I like my prey to know what's coming. I promise this will hurt.
Here's where we learn how to use the defibrillator. You're going to want to move both sticks and match them up and then press the triggers when they are on the correct thing. And you only have like 6 seconds to do this. I'm kind of slow right here. After that time is up, then you're going to want to get those 2 triggers on the triangles or the... I don't even know what shapes those are. I guess you'd call them like a parallelogram or something, but no one cares. You can dilute him. And here it tells you to save often. You definitely want to do that. So continuing on, some pistol rounds right there. Be careful because right through this door there are going to be a couple enemies. Well, one for right now, but as you move on, pretty much every corridor will have a new enemy. Now in easier difficulties, you don't really have to be in cover as much because they do a lot less damage to you. But Since we're on Nightmare, you're going to want to keep your distance and kind of crack shoot. I'm not sure if you guys play airsoft or paintball, but crack shoot through the cracks so you can see them, but they can't necessarily hit you. Press left bumper to use bandages. That is something we're going to be using a lot later on, especially in I did not see that guy, but especially in places that we can't save. There aren't very many of those, but there still are some, and usually those times are pretty hard. So right now we just have a pistol, and it's not very powerful. As we progress, we're going to get a shotgun, an assault rifle, crossbow, all sorts of different guns. There's a lot of variety. You can modify them. You can have different round types for them, so you can have special ammo, and those become very helpful later on. One thing which I will get into later, but I just wanted to mention right now, is that stores do not run out of ammo or any other item that they're selling. So if you have the money, you're not going to run out of ammo. But right here, this is our first mission, we can run out of ammo. So be aware of that. Make your shots count. Right here, as you can see, the zip line across that room. Some bandits will zip down those and then begin to attack you. And that happens twice. They're both melee. Two more guys here, or three maybe. You're always going to want to focus on the melee people first, because they actually run towards you almost none of the time. Every once in a while, someone with a gun might charge you, but that is very rare, so don't expect that to happen much. Just loot these guys. And we are getting rather close to the end of this. Some more pistol rounds. Make sure you pick up as many pistol rounds as possible, because the more you have, the better off you'll be. We are now at the last segment of this bandit hideout. As once we take these guys out, we are pretty much set for this mission. That's really all we had to do. So, not very hard. In fact, very, very easy, especially for Nightmare. After the first few quests, the difficulty spikes a lot, so be prepared for that, because it kind of caught me off guard on my first run through this, and it was not a fun time. Oh, really quick here, we picked up some grenades. You use your D-pad to select them. In this case, you hit right on the D-pad, and you press left bumper to use them. So if we wanted to use bandages, we'd press up on the D-pad, and then we'd click the left bumper. But to use a grenade, we'd hit right on the D-pad, and then we hit the left bumper. I don't think I use any grenades here, just because there's not enough people, enough enemies. Once it gives you that update on the top left corner, that means that everyone's dead. So just ride the zip line down to the entrance, and you're good to go. I would love doing this, but it'd probably be really dangerous. So yeah, here we are at the entrance. We can just leave. Okay, so our four-wheeler should still be there. All we have to do is return to the base. So I'm going to end this commentary here since there's nothing else to it. Thank you for watching. Check out Wiki Game Guides for more.
Good work. We're all a little safer because of that. You got our thanks and that suit of armor I promised. But as you can see, we got other trouble. Listen. The settlement was attacked while you were gone. Bunch of bandits we've never seen before. They didn't take anything, they just came for the kill. We have some good people hurt. And we're running low on medical supplies. I'm gonna need your help again.